Hello. Welcome to day 3 of the emotional clarity reset. It's Monday. It is Monday, August the 3rd. And we are working from the emotional reset journal, 21-day journal. And this design of my journal is very basic. I was not so much focused on aesthetics when I designed this draft of my journal, but as I design more, as I become more skillful at writing prompts and all those things, then I'll focus on aesthetics. With this one, I was just worried about getting my thoughts down, getting the journal prompts down into this, and really just getting this first draft done because I was procrastinating for so long on getting this, almost a year on getting this done. And it happened right after my last breakup. So I was still real raw, and I started journaling using already written journals. And I was like, you know what? With some of the stuff I'm feeling, I can come up with somebody with prompts. And I had a lot to prompt, and so that's how this came about. And so I decided to go through. This is like my third or fourth time going through this reset journal, and I said, let me just record. Some of it will be off the cuff. Some of it will be some answers that I've already used. So day 3 is going to be some answers that I previously used when I went through the journal. So that's what I'm going to go through today. Day 3. And day 3 is stop romanticizing potential. Potential is not a promise. So this prompt, all I could think about in the back of my head, and all I could hear in my head was, don't fall in love with potential. And as much as I've told myself that in so many relationships, friendships, I still fell in love with potential. So the reflection for today is, what behaviors did I excuse because of who I hoped they become? And this section requires 3 to 5 sentences of thoughts. And my first thought in this section, I'm just going to stick in the context of my last relationship. So he has drinking issues, problems with alcohol, and I knew he expressed how tired he was of the cycle of alcoholism and how he wanted help. And he went to meetings, and he did take certain steps to try to rid himself of that problem and try to become sober, but it did not work. And at that time, I really don't think he was ready, as much as he said he was, to stop drinking. So I looked past that behavior because I developed a bond with his children, and I just put myself in the mix. So I looked past that to the potential of who I knew he could be if only he did not have this drinking problem. If only. My second thought in this section was how this person was kind of transactional, and how I noticed that in some of his other friendships, people were kind of disposable. This person labeled himself as a giver. And one thing I know for sure is, if somebody puts a label on themselves, then they're probably not what they're labeling themselves to be. So yeah, if I had really peeped and really just tuned into the fact that this person did move in a transactional way with people, what can I get out of it? What can you give me? Type thing. I should not have excused that behavior, but I did. Again, looking at potential. Third thing I wrote here was how this person played victim. When he was talking about his relationship that he had been in prior to me, it was always, oh, she did, oh, she did, oh, she did. And I would prompt him and ask him, like, because I'm big on accountability. I want to look at, and I really want to reflect on how I played a part in my own suffering. Everybody just not want to take part in that conversation. But it was always, oh, she did, oh, what she did. I'm like, but you chose this person. You're not going to like let that part of the story take any part in your discussion about how things went left. Like you had a part in your own suffering, but it was never that type of conversation. And early on, I knew that was not. That was a red flag. Just call it what it was. As much as that word is used and overused, that was definitely a red flag. Because if somebody does not want to take any accountability, yeah, people do things to you, but I'm of the belief that if it's allowed, then I had a hand. I had a hand in letting it keep happening to me. So there was that. And so the grounding action for day 3 is rewrite the story using only facts. So if I rewrote the story based on my reflections using only the facts, the first fact is there was a drinking problem. The second fact is this person was transactional, period. The third fact is this person played victim, did not take accountability, period. Those are the facts. If I wouldn't have just stuck to the facts and not looked at potential, I could have been gone a long time ago. When that relationship first started, I wouldn't have hung around so long. So, yeah, there's day 3 of the Emotional Clarity 21 Day Reset. The link to get the journal will be in the link section of the channel. And let me know, have you ever romanticized potential? Did you fall in love with potential? How did that turn out for you? Thank you for watching, and I will see you on day 4 of the Emotional Clarity 21 Day Reset. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.